The next clips we're going to take a look at, we go over to the offensive side of the ball. Geno Smith is the quarterback, and they've got a really good running back in Kenneth Walker.
So, when you watch Geno Smith, first of all, I'm a big Geno Smith fan back to his West Virginia days. But I think, like a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL, he's a quarterback you can win with, not because of. But there was only a couple of those quarterbacks, Mahomes and, those guys of the world that you can win because of. He's a guy you can win with, but he's got to have the run game. And the Seahawks do a very, very good job. Walker's a very physical runner. He gets upfield, puts him in a lot of ahead of chains. They're 2nd and 6 a bunch. So he does a really good job. They run zone. They run some gap schemes. Very similar to the Browns on both sides of the ball and what they do. This guy's a very, very good back. And when he gets the run game going, that brings in play action. That brings in 6 and 7 man protection. That makes pass protection easy for that offensive line. And the offensive line struggles a little bit in true pass protection. But if they can get the run game going, then they can use that run game pass protection, which is much easier.
Yeah, and Jonathan Taylor gave the Browns some trouble last week. Kenneth Walker, a little bit similar. I'm not going to say he's quite Jonathan Taylor's caliber just yet, but he's certainly in that class. Take us through this next clip and what you see here with the Seahawks offense.
Well, the first thing you're going to get is you're going to get play action. So he's going to throw it to Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's really starting to, come into him, as a rookie. He's really starting to get it now. So they have a really good receiving crew, and Jigba's the third guy now. So what you get here is this is when Geno Smith's at his best. So you're going to see the play action here, and the Cardinal secondary is going to step up, and you don't get quite a pass rush because they feel that they have to stop the run. So that offensive line is okay when they sell run and then they pass protect, because that defensive line is just not pinning their ears back. This is what Geno Smith does really well. He finds windows very well. He throws on time. He plays with a lot of confidence. And like I said, they have a very good receiving crew. Fant's a good tight end. Walker's a good back. So they got all the pieces. And Geno Smith is a part of that. Now, he's not a guy that carries them, but he's a guy who kind of fits their mold. If they can get the run game going, then they get to this play action. They're pretty tough.
All right, and you mentioned Smith, again, veteran, has been around. Last couple of years has played arguably his best football in the NFL. But take us through this next clip and what you see. There should be some opportunities here.
Well, he's got 6 picks on the year, and what he does is that he's like you said, he's been really, really good. And I'm a big Geno Smith fan. I think he's excellent, and I like the fact when he's kind of thrown away a little bit, and then he kind of earned himself back, and now he's playing at a really high level, got himself a big contract. What he does, though, is he takes risks, and sometimes he's late with the ball. So this is a progression read. He's just late in this window, and this linebacker misses the interception. Should have been interception to safety. So the Browns are going to have some opportunities because they cover so well in the secondary. So he will try to fit the ball in windows. Occasionally he's late. He will hold on to the ball a little bit more. Now, if the Browns can stop the run on first down, that's going to put him in much better ability to stop him in the drop back game. He's very, very good, like I said, on play action. But if you can get these offensive linemen to have the true 5 and 7 step drop pass protections, they struggle. And guys like Miles Smith and Darius and Obo, those guys, they can have a field day because true pass protection is not what they do very well. And again, Geno sometimes has a tendency to be late. He'll use his eyes improperly, and there's going to be some opportunities for some interceptions. And the Browns defense has to do what they did last week. They got to take it to the next level and continue to turn opposing teams over.
Yeah, and he's a guy, much like I said with Brock Purdy, I think the Browns' defensive line can speed him up. And if he does that, he's going to put the ball in harm's way some.
Well, yeah, especially. And that's all. And I completely agree. And that's all going to start with stopping the run. So you have to keep them behind the chains. So he's got to be second 8+. Because if you're second 8+, now that's a passing down. Now the Browns can get creative with Smith at the 3 technique, or Miles, or move Miles to a backer. They can do some things because, like I said, true pass protection is not what the Seahawks do very, very well. But if they get that run game going, they do pass protect off their run game very well in the play action game. I just think the Browns, I think the Browns are going to struggle on offense, and they're going to have to play complementary football. The defense has to set it up for the offense. The offense has to take points. They have to end every drive with a kick. Punting the ball away and making a team go 90 yards against this Brown defense is hard to do. And it's your best option right now until you get this offense going.